me out today and allowing me to speak. What we're doing here at this protest is truly meaningful in so many ways. The very name chosen for it, Tea Party, demonstrates how we as Republicans think. We reference the Tea Party or the Sons of Liberty because we see the threat to our future wrapped up in these so-called stimulus packages. Just as the colonies were being taxed unfairly, so too are these spending burdens being levied unjustly upon our country and endangering our country's future. Imagine what our forefathers' reaction would be to policies coming out of the White House today. History has shown us over and over again that more spending will not repair a broken country than economy. You know, Democrats, they always manage to come up with the same economic plan and the same ruinous policies every time they're in power. Spend, spend, spend. But Americans don't like to hear the government spending, as well as they shouldn't. So Democrats have to come up with a different, positive name to convince the people, like stimulus and recovery, in order to sell it to the people. Americans are bright folks, though. They know that throwing more of their hard-earned money at the government program, it won't create jobs, it won't lower unemployment, and it won't revitalize the economy. All it does is take money from their pockets. Now, this is a group of smart people out here today. I know this because we're all protesting something worthy, because we love our country so very much. So I'm sure you've learned at some point about the New Deal of the Roosevelt administration. What sort of deal did the American people get? Government spending, bloated government programs, bureaucracy galore. Oh, and it didn't help the economy recover at all. What sort of deal, honestly, did they get? This all sounds familiar. Spending to create jobs. Surprise, almost 60 years later, the Democrats are promoting the same failed policies under a new name. You know, calling the Michigan Wolverines mighty doesn't help them win football games, does it? I find it interesting that after the stimulus plan passed, my roommate called me out to explain precisely what was in the bill. Thinking back to what John Boehner had said, that he, along with the other members of the House, didn't even know what was in the bill, I explained what I could. Over $1 trillion of money that we don't have to revive our economy. One of my roommates asked the obvious question of how increasing our debt will stimulate the economy. All of you standing here today have asked that same question, and no one in Washington seems to have the answer. President Obama and Governor Strickland must have found a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, because I remember they both promised to give the American people money while not raising taxes. So what we have now are little seeds of doubt growing in the once pro-Obama people, especially the young generation who will have to deal with the consequences of the stimulus package for them. Since when have we liked authority telling us what to do with our money? Why on earth then would we let the government push fees from the stimulus plan onto us? Young people ought to be Republicans. I had better see all of you college students at College Republicans meeting, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Even if you're not a college student, though, the stimulus plan worries you. What will your paycheck be reduced to? What taxes will you have to pay? Governor Strickland claims that we're facing unprecedented situations. But like I said, history has shown us that the same problems can't be solved by the same reaction. And no one seems to be trying to find an actual solution. The House Democrats, led by Nancy Pelosi, just use this as an opportunity to push their liberal agenda, loading down their bills with wasteful pork. Who can the American people turn to? Based on the amount of people here, though, I think we realize who must take action, and it's not President Obama, and it's not the House. Really, though, I can't find a reason as to why anyone still supports President Obama along with the House Democrats. And they think everything is going to be okay after this plan. These people who are nonetheless out there can be enlightened by us, by our passion, our persistence, and our protest. In the midst of this crisis of the economy and of Washington, there's an opportunity to show that our country is not headed in the right direction. It begins with us, just like the revolution began with the Boston Tea Party and the Sons of Liberty. To quote President Abraham Lincoln, this nation is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We can show the people, we can show the government, the American people, the ones who comprise this nation, that are the most important, are not satisfied with the way the government is solving problems and solving the broken economy. Certainly, Finally, we're not happy about high taxes being disguised as fees by our own governor, the man who's supposed to represent Ohioans' beliefs. The past has told us this is wrong and we can't let it affect our future. These Tea Parties are giving us an opportunity to demonstrate fiscal conservatism, that fiscal conservatism is and always will be the right way to go. Thank you so much.